Apologies, my broomstick was slightly slow today. It was actually broken, so I had to borrow another one, and that one was pretty slow. So it was a kind of delayed in getting back and getting here on time. So my apologies for that. I actually do have a Anyway, moving on. So sorry that I'm running a few minutes late. Hope that you're all keeping very well. Happy Halloween and happy Samhain. Samhain was 1 second. I'm just going to get myself set up here in the background. Samhain was the original celebration from my research in sort of into this time of year, and it means summer's end. So literally, it's just the end of one season heading into another season, which I basically posted on my community tab about that. So I'm actually turning my notifications off on my phone, so we shouldn't have any sort of like disruptions in the background. So let me just get myself set up here and get ready for our impromptu matinee. Well, sort of impromptu, sort of not. Our matinee live this afternoon. Let me just get myself set up here in the background. So if you are here and you are here and you've been here before, thank you so much again for joining. If you're here and you are new, whether you're watching this on the live or on the replay, welcome, and I hope that you enjoy this tea leaf reading. My name is Sarah. Yes, I am a coffee drinking and tea leaf reader. I am temporarily off coffee. Long story short, but I don't drink a lot of tea, but I do find the universe has a sense of humor, and I do read tea leaves. So let me just get myself all set up here in the background. I'm just going to increase a few settings here on my phone. Sorry for those disruptions visually. And letting my brightness sort of change. I think I'm going to change the angle of this phone. Sorry about that. Kathi, hi. Thank you so much for being here. Tori, you're back. Tori is back. Hi, Tori. How are you keeping today? Hope that you're doing well. Ladies, happy Halloween. Happy Samhain. Hope that you're keeping well and enjoying this beautiful, beautiful time of year. Change of transition. It's just a transition, essentially, from one season to another, one part of the year to another. I'm just changing the angle of my phone here. So please bear with me just as I'm doing that. I have my ring light here. Just getting that all tightened up. So hope that you ladies are enjoying the season. I can't really tell, but I'm actually wearing quite a witchy top. I have like here and here, got my lace bell sleeves, got my lace overlay here. So I'm doing my best. I'm using my clothing to sort of use it as decorations, because I know I've mentioned this before in previous live streams. When I go live, and if I keep my phone in portrait mode like this, there's a greater chance of it showing up on the short reels, like on the shorts that come up as recommended on our YouTube feeds. So that is why I'm doing it this way rather than landscape. So just in case you're wondering why I'm portrait, that's the reason why. Just catching up with my messages here. Hi, Tori. Oh, yes, absolutely. I love all the holidays too. I really do. I mean, I think there's good and not so great in everything, and it's duality. And I know that this celebration today does have some negative connotations, but the positive side of it is having fun and the celebration and the joy of the children going trick-or-treating and having fun and putting up decorations and celebrating the time of year, the change. And I think it's fun. I mean, let's focus on the positive and let's amplify that. Let's use the positive side and the original intention, which was, goodness. So as far as I'm concerned. So yes, it's actually quite cold here too. So here in southwestern Ontario, we are in snow. It started snowing, snow pellets yesterday, and now it's transitioned to like full on snow, like massive decreased actually visibility. It's been still snowing right now, so it feels more like Christmas rather than Halloween, but still I love it. Yes, Tori, I absolutely agree. I totally agree. Let's choose to enjoy it, as you said, and use for the positive. And I actually posted in my community tab a little while ago today, and I quoted my grandfather. He was a farmer pretty much for most of his life, and as he said, we're one day closer to spring. So even though it's cold in some places of the world, like for us right now, that's okay, because it just means that we're heading towards the next cycle, which is of the lightness and the spring and the warm season. So we need to have one to have the other. So absolutely, let's choose to enjoy it and have some fun. So that said, let's get on with a few very quick housekeeping notes. But thank you so much for joining me. This is a matinee. I decided to change things up a bit. I was guided to do so. John Doe. Hi, your broomstick is parked outside. Good. Let's leave it outside in case it decides to fly away by itself. We don't need that flying around inside. Yeah, sorry. It's snowing here. We almost have a couple. I know in Canada, but I use inches and centimeters, regularly, routinely switch them out. So yeah, we have a couple inches, I'd say almost a couple of inches. Soundly 1 inch, I'd say. So yeah, we're definitely in the snow. So thank you so much again for being here. And yeah, we're having a matinee, which is definitely different from our normal lives. And yes, my apologies for not being able to go live last night. Just was not feeling up to it, and I thought I would take that night off and let's do 2 readings today. So we'll do a general weekly tea leaf reading for the week, as we normally would do or would have done last night on Monday nights. And we'll do a special Halloween Samhain tea leaf reading. So what we can ask the universe, whatever the universe would like us to know, any about Halloween, Samhain, this time of year, this holiday, moving forward, lessons that we need to learn. What do we most need to know of this day going forward? Something to that, like along those lines. So let's do that and go ahead with that. Okay, so Tori, you are the only mod, it looks like, today. So far at this moment in time, you are the only mod. So if you're watching this or on the replay, Tori R is amazing. She's one of my beautiful moderators, and she's going to be keeping the chat happy and healthy, and just keeping an eye on everything. So Tori, thank you again. Yes, let's do it. Thank you so much again for all of your help, Tori. You are fantastic. So thank you so much for being here. We may have one of the other mods on here, or maybe the other 2 actually, because often we have Dragonfly and Nicole. So looks like, however, right now, Tori, you're the only one. You're the one in control. So you got it under. Oh, we said it at the same time. Your minds think alike. So thank you so much for that. Okay, so quick disclaimer as always, all readings are for entertainment purposes only. Please take what you will and leave what you don't. Always seek professional help as needed, and big disclaimer is in the description box below, but I always like to say that because, yeah, I don't have a rolling reels. I usually do, whenever I do pre-recorded tea leaf readings, I always have my disclaimer audibly said, and just covering my bases there. So entertainment purposes only. And yes, if you haven't done already, if you could please maybe like this video, ring that bell for future updates, give this channel a subscribe. A lot of YouTube creators ask for that, please. And thank you, because it really helps with the algorithms. And I know my numbers have been doing this. They've been doing this for the past few days. So yeah, so there's that as well. So every little bit helps. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's get on with the readings. I have been posting more in my community tab, so if you're ever interested to see what any updates that I have, you're welcome to go over there and check it out. I actually put up a poll to see what time was best for today, if people were interested in having a matinee, and 3 o'clock was the preferred time, Eastern, of course. So that's what we're doing. Thanks, John. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. Okay, let's get on with the readings. So I have the teacups here. Actually, I'm using mugs, as I often do. So let's get on with these readings. Get myself sorted out here. So I'm using these mugs. I thought appropriately white and black, kind of, good witchy for today. And I have the tea in the base. So let me go ahead and put some liquid tea in here. And let's get started with the readings. I actually wanted to go all out and do a lot of decorations, but just with it being in portrait, I really can't put up a lot of decorations other than my witch's brew in the background. Oops, it's hard to do that, but right up there. A little bit of fun. Okay, so I already said all my prayers ahead of time. I only do this for the greatest benefit of everyone involved. I only do the good stuff. All information always from the boss, but whatever names are comfortable with using. Universe, source, the divine. Let's go ahead and get this ready. So thank you again all for being here. Really, really appreciate it. And thought it'd be fun. And since we're all live, and this is why I like to go live, is because we can interact in real time. So until we can all hang out together in the same room, this is the next best thing. So what do you think? For those of you who are watching and who are able to comment and would like to, what do you think about having a matinee? Is this something maybe you like to do more often? I always want to take this opportunity to ask these kinds of questions, because I want to make sure that that it's for this is a two-way street here. So I want to make sure that this is good for you and for your schedules? And would you maybe prefer or like to see us do like an afternoon, like a matinee reading going ahead? Because up until now, we've been doing Monday evening. Sorry for the background noise. I'm just getting the tea leaves ready here. Yes, using cosmetics to do it. Anyway, diverting. Monday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern, we've been doing the general weekly tea leaf reading. And Thursday evenings, we've been doing, barring any schedule changes, we've been doing live audience readings, 3 members of the live audience. If they have any questions, I'm happy to read for them. 5-minute tea leaf reading each. So we've been doing that 8 p.m. Eastern, both Mondays and Thursday evenings. It seems to be going pretty well, actually. And if you have been watching, side note, if you have been watching the videos and liking, and just thank you so much, because the numbers from last Monday's live were like, they're over 700. They've been doing this, but they're almost, they're over 700 views. So thank you so much for that. Yes, but what do you think about doing some more matinees? Would you like to try doing some matinees in the future? Maybe switch things up a little bit? If so, please let me know in the comments or in the chat here. And sorry that I was running a bit late. Just couldn't get here any earlier. Tori, thank you so much. Thank you so much. My schedule is fairly flexible. Evenings are definitely the best for me whenever I book private tea leaf readings. And if you are watching and you're interested in having a private tea leaf reading, all of my links, contact information is in the description box below. But evenings and afternoons are definitely best for me. But I'm happy to go live during those times. So if a matinee is easier or better for you, please let me know. Happy to do it if I can. Just getting the tea leaves ready here. So multitasking as I go. Okay, so this is the general weekly tea leaf reading. Okay. So in case you're new here, tea leaf reading is a divination tool, which means a divine tool, a way to ask for and receive divine guidance. And that involves looking at tea leaves, and they all create different forms, and they all mean images, and they all mean different things. They can be literal, symbolic, or both. So tea leaf reading, the way that I describe it is, it describes the qualities and or characteristics of events or situations which are likely to occur. That's how I myself describe tea leaf reading, very much in a nutshell. Just straining out any excess liquid, just getting the tea leaves ready here in the background. So it's fun. Thanks so much for being here. So, and because it's Halloween, I really wanted to do a reading today, a live today, because it is Halloween. It is a great time to do divination for the betterment of everyone involved. Only the good stuff. Okay. Just going to leave these ready here. 1, 2, 3. Flip it over. Just going to turn the cup a few times. So this is the general weekly tea leaf reading. So even though this is Tuesday, we're going to still read this as though it was Monday in terms of chronologically, because I do read chronological. Everyone is different. And people read tea leaves differently. The way I myself do it is chronologically. So this will be as if we're reading on Monday and then heading into this weekend. Doing a little bit of time travel, I guess you could say. Okay, here we are. Always takes a little bit longer sometimes than I think. Just getting a cup ready here. Okay, there we go. I will take pictures and I will post the pictures of these tea leaves. So I'm just trying to put this in the Canadians, we're so sorry. Just apologize all the time. So these are these are the tea leaves for this week. I will take, I usually take up to 5, no more than 5, usually 3 or 4. So pictures of the tea leaves, and then I post them in the community tab. So you're welcome to, I see a little bit of liquid tea, I'll strain that out. But I post them on the community tab later on. So if you're ever interested to see what the tea leaves actually were, what they look like, you're always, well, for the general weekly tea leaf readings, you're always most welcome to head over to my community tab and take a look and see pictures of the tea leaves. Okay, there we are. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, Tori, so I'm going to turn my computer around. So for those of you who are not aware, we've come up with a system that seems to be working okay. So what I do is I just turn my laptop around. I do have a laptop here to look at the comments because it's just too small on my phone to see them properly. So turn the laptop around so I don't see comments, so I won't be distracted by that. And it allows me to focus on the reading. So Tori, thank you so much for all of your help. Appreciate you so much. Okay, let's get going. So Monday, as week progresses, this weekend heading into next week. Looks as though yesterday began with two main events. And again, please note that this is a general weekly tea leaf reading. Take what you will, please, and leave it to don't entertainment purposes only. But it looks as though there were two main events or situations taking place yesterday, where things for the most part were calm and clear and quiet, and we were happy with that, and/or we wanted things to get moving a little bit more. Additionally, there were 4 other smaller events or situations taking place at the same time, where that was also the case, and a few other smaller, much less significant events or situations also taking place. So, like 2 gold, 4 silver, a few bronze, essentially. Okay. If you hear any background noise, that's my dog Bree walking around. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, baby. Good girl. Hi, baby girl. Love you too. Some of the smaller events. Okay, best way that I can word this is a couple bronze, 1 silver, and part of a gold in terms of importance, in terms of events taking place yesterday. Best way that I can describe that, those were all leading to the main event or situation, which is likely taking place like around today, I would say. This involves stability in some way, shape, or form. So stability. Person, place, or thing with the letter L. There also may be L and or C. There also very well may be an angel or angelic connection with that in some way, shape, or form. But whatever it is, we're very happy. We are crying happy tears. So there's a situation that looks like in here that things are just going very well. It does involve some kind of material wealth, material gain, something to that effect. Person, place, or thing with the letter W involved. Likely a person, I would say. There also may be a lot of letters. Letter Y, so L and or C, Y and W. Likely there was a man involved. May have those letters in his name somewhere. This involved a new idea, possibly a new idea that was being contemplated, or that is being contemplated. It does involve a conclusion, a small, conclusion, but notable. It's present, but not huge. That may involve some, but doesn't mean anything bad. Somehow, like there may even be like a European or specifically a Spanish or Portuguese connection. I know that may sound a little bit random, but that's what I'm seeing. But there's also reassurance that's being indicated with this, and that was with this situation, with this scenario specifically, and it involves specifically some kind of either like results in that conclusion results in some kind of communication, and or maybe even some money involved in some way, shape, or form. But overall, to quick overall, sorry, I got myself so excited about that one spot. Overall, this one main event or situation has 3 separate parts to it. The most of it is actually consists of a lot of unknowns, a lot of surprises. Like we're really not supposed to know a lot for this week, but as this week progresses, consistently there are events or situations which again we're not really supposed to know all the details about or of. However, there's certainly abundance, I would say, by like around tomorrow or so, and we'll get into more of those details later. But aside from that, the other 2 parts really mostly consist of thoughts, ideas, things slip in the air and being decided upon, discussions, things of that nature. And the bulk of like the surprises, I would say, conclude by around Thursday. So sort of taking place around today, become more so and mostly conclude by Thursday. And then this main event or situation does continue into the base. However, it sort of concludes or approximately on Friday with a lot more thinking and things more up in the air as well. It does go into the base, but only in 2 areas. One of them is actually indirectly. We do have another event or situation taking place, I would say approximately around Thursday. It is related to this main event specifically. And this main event is significant in and of itself. I mean, it's about a quarter size of the cup, so it is significant. That other secondary event that does occur around Thursday approximately does lead into the base in in 3 different areas, specifically one area. In the short, it looks like this week is just insane, which I can concur with already. It looks like around today, we have a form of abundance forming, which is a side event taking place that is fairly short term in and of itself, but it does lead to that later on event, that second event taking place around Thursday or so. Essentially, we are able to pace ourselves going for this week for the next few days, but it's just going to be pretty busy, I would say. That's a short version. We have another 1, 2, essentially 3 different smaller events or situations taking place in addition to the one that I just said. So we have this one main event, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 other events, and that 4th event is actually comprised, it looks like, of 2 different parts. Someone may be thinking of moving. If so, it looks like it's maybe just not exactly the right time, or maybe there's a holdup in the short term, but it is present and it is sort of, working itself out. So that, just saying that in case it makes sense to you. But it does look to be very positive. It looks like it's more than anything, there's some kind of change regarding that. Letter C that's involved, maybe a new opportunity as well. Letter V, a lot of letters, but it's a new idea that's just about concluding with that as well. And there's also a number 5, a version of the number 5, which for me just means change. That may have another meaning for you, and if so, that's perfect and wonderful. Also the letter S, so 5 under S. Now let's look back at the main event. So heading on, I mean, there's just so much happening. I mean, you can see just how busy this gup is. So it's exciting. Okay, let's see. Abundance and prosperity, absolutely taking place like now, approximately. Small reminder to take some time out for our own self-care, as well as reading, learning, researching, knowledge, acquiring knowledge, gaining knowledge, something to that effect. It does appear as though, not to sound like I'm repeating myself, not to be repetitive, however, there's abundance that's being indicated as this whole entire week is progressing, which is so amazing. It's like abundance here. Everywhere I'm looking, I'm seeing trees, which for myself mean abundance in various sizes, various levels of importance or significance of abundance, levels of abundance, however you want to word it, but I keep saying it repeatedly, which is so amazing to see. So it looks like this week is going to be going very well, progressing nicely. Again, in the short term, letter E, person, place, or thing. This reading, knowledge, researching, learning, acquiring knowledge, going within, things along those lines. Maybe taking a small leap of faith regarding that, possibly. But there's abundance everywhere. Keep seeing abundance, like leap of faith. And by what I mean by that is going for what you want to have. Always please use your own discernment, but looks like it's going to be a good week. Things progressing very nicely, forming very nicely, beginning very nicely. Go quiet sometimes when I'm looking. Around now, there's one scenario that we're not supposed to know too much about, but it is abundance and prosperity. It involves working with many different people, and there's a lot of protection, like protective energy around that. Partnerships, working with other people, but there is reassurance with that as well. Yeah. Again, it's going for what you want to have. Number 5 and or S. 5 and or S. Close communication between 2 individuals. Almost like seeds are planting. Things have been planted. Seeds are being planted. We're beginning to see, starting to see the fruition of that. It's like seeds have been planted, and now we're beginning to see the flowers occur. So take form. So whatever has been set into motion, it looks like it's beginning to blossom beautifully. We are starting to see those events or situations beginning to take form in front of us. Hope that makes sense. But we do have abundance and prosperity. Keep saying it everywhere. Helpful individual around Tuesday with who is the prominent nose. And very kind, I would say. Yeah, helpful individual. They may be quite learned, and there may actually also may be a Cancerian connection, born in the sign of Cancer, the crab. I'm no astrologer nor numerologist, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, going for what we want to have, not being held back, nothing stopping us, forward movement, happiness, victory, success. There may be some smooching happening for some of us around tomorrow, I would say approximately. There may be a letter N involved, and I will leave that there. Let's move on. Okay. I don't remember when I've last seen so many trees, so much abundance in one grouping, especially in a weekly tea leaf reading. Very good. Number 3, so some kind of like working with other people, working together, unity. A significant set of abundance, a situation of abundance happening approximately Wednesday. That results from that forward movement, not being held back, uninhibited. Stability regarding that. Very helpful individuals. Again, we have that number 4. There also may be a Jupiter, a Sagittarius connection with that, possibly in some way, shape, or form. I'm just so excited. There's so many trees. There's so much abundance here. It's so exciting for me to see this. Okay, moving on. Generally speaking, it gets harder to see the tea leaves. In other words, there's a lot of surprises that some things we're not supposed to know. But again, we have all of this abundance and prosperity that I keep seeing. It's like everything is coming up roses, or in this case, trees. Letter W, person, place, or thing. Happy scenario. Again, some of us may be thinking of moving. If so, it looks like it's taking place around some significance around that event or situation on Wednesday that involves likely a higher building, a higher rise, whether that's like a condo or an apartment or some kind of building or a taller house, a townhouse, maybe even something to that effect. Working with many people, again. A loving energy, loving and harmonious, protection, guardianship, companionship, knowing we're not alone. Creativity, making new things, new creative projects. Just a reminder that that there is loving energy around us, loving, harmoniousness, guardianship, protection, companionship. Creativity, new beginnings. New creative projects, working with new people. I think I'll leave that there because I keep seeing it. So heading into around Thursday, yeah, again, I mean, this is all abundance and prosperity. Again, this involves working. I keep seeing the same thing. I keep saying the same thing because I keep seeing this, mostly the same thing. We also have this reassurance that's being indicated around Thursday and or Friday. It's this creativity, new beginnings, new creative projects, harmony, love, loving scenario, unconditional love, support, loyalty, and commitment. Letter J, person, place, or thing. Happiness. Okay, let's take a very quick look at this other scenario taking place around Wednesday or Thursday or so. Heading into Friday, actually. I would say closer to Thursday or to Friday. Letter J, person, place, or thing. It really consists more of thoughts, ideas, things still up in the air, discussions, conversations, things of that nature. Happiness. Yeah, jubilation, happiness, success. Like a triumph, like we've achieved something. Something has been achieved. A feeling that's like that. Happiness, success, joy. There may be a Taurus connection, possibly. Someone who is that sign or the qualities of that sign present. It's a good scenario. It looks very positive, very loving, very gentle, very, very loving. Very protective. Doesn't mean like, oh, we're in danger. No, it just means that there is this protective energy, this loving scenario that's around. This loving energy. Okay, and then let's head into the base. Whatever is occurring, it just seems to me that there's a lot of abundance and prosperity that's being shown to us from the universe. God, universe, source, the divine, light, love, whatever name or names you're comfortable with using. Keep seeing abundance and prosperity. So this weekend, heading into next week, it just looks extremely prosperous. It looks very good. Prosperity. I will summarize this by saying we're not supposed to know all the details or many details. We will be able to pace ourselves energetically, like there's enough time to pace ourselves. However, it does look to be quite extremely busy. Involves working with many people. Many helpful people are around. Burgeoning partnerships, new partnerships taking form. Independent thought. Forward movement. Yet again, these are common themes that seem to be the case throughout this entire reading for this entire week. Keep saying much the same. It's not to be. I'm not repeating I'm not repeating myself yet again. Not to be repetitive, but I keep seeing the same messages. Some kind of positive change, transformation, new beginnings. Some kind of positive change taking place this weekend, heading into next week. And some of us may be thinking more of moving, and if so, it looks like a very good scenario that's beginning to form beautifully. So again, if you were thinking of moving earlier this week and it just hasn't happened, or maybe you are thinking of moving or in the process of, looks like it really becomes more defined and moving forward very nicely by this weekend. So there's the tea leaf reading for this week. And that's a general weekly tea leaf reading. My gosh, there is a ton in there. So much. And it looks like a crazy, crazy week, but very good one too. Let me just check back in to the chat here. I'm getting myself caught up. So Tori, I know that you were in charge of the chat, so thank you so much for looking after everything while I was doing that reading. Let me just get myself all situated here and get caught up, because I like to, part of doing the live streams is that I like to converse with all of you. Okay, I'm just getting caught up in the chat, Tori, from where we were chatting before. Oh, thank you so much, Tori. That's so cool. You see people in trees and the tea leaves when you post. Oh, when I post the pictures. Oh, that's cool. Oh, no. If you're seeing it, then that's what you're totally meant to see. 100%. Everyone sees different things, and they're accurate. I mean, as long as I think to me, ethics is extremely important when it comes to any form of readings. And if you're seeing what you're seeing, then that's what you're meant to see. And we all see different things. And that's totally great. You're seeing what you're meant to see, in my opinion and experience. Thank you so much, Terry. Nicole, hey, thanks so much for being here. Oh, that's amazing. Hi. Hi. Just getting up in the chat. Veronica, yes, good morning. Our time traveler. Hey, Veronica. Thanks so much for being here. Veronica, thank you so much. Yes, I am definitely feeling better. I don't know if it's ascension symptoms or not. Just feeling a little bit under the weather, but I'm recovering. Definitely feeling better. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Yes, Nicole. 100%. Better late than never. It's never too late. Thank you so much, everyone. This is amazing. This is so much fun to do a matinee. And yes, if you like me to do more matinees, if you like to join more and have more matinee lives, I'm 100% open to that. Totally great. So like I said, we're still learning as we go, and I'm still trying to figure out the right schedule. We have the Mondays and Thursdays lined up, but I'm happy to do a matinee if that's better for everyone else. So hence me doing lives, me being able to converse with you in real time. So that's really fun. So please let me know. That's amazing. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Okay, so I have that cup set aside. So now we're going to go ahead and do a special Halloween/Samhain reading. So yes, happy Samhain. It's spelled Samhain, but it's pronounced Samhain, and it means summer's end. So we're looking parts of this world. So we are looking forward to the dark half of the year, but as my grandfather used to say, every day is closer to spring. So even though we're approaching into the darker months ahead in terms of less daylight, it means that every day we are approaching greater light. Okay. So let's get the tea leaves ready. So happy Samhain, everyone. Okay. Let's get this tea leaf reading ready. So this is a dearest Mother and Father God, Divine Source, Creator, Universe, Divine. Please tell us whatever you'd like us to know for this Halloween, for this Samhain. Lessons that we need to know, information that we need to know, insight that we need to know, whatever it is that you would like us to know from this Halloween, from this Samhain, from this day, in this year. We know calendars have been messed with, but anyway, whatever you'd like us to know going forward. What lessons do we need to cultivate or learn going forward from this day? Please and thank you. Just getting the tea leaves ready. Sorry for any background noise here. Just checking the numbers on the back end here. Looks like we're having higher views than I thought. That's interesting. So is everyone all ready for Halloween? Are you doing any trick-or-treating or handing out treats tonight? I can't because of where I'm living, but I wish I could. We used to decorate and go all out years ago. It's always fun to drive around the neighborhoods and look at the decorations. Although it looks more like Christmas than Halloween. it's happily snowing. It's totally just snowing. It's like people may say what they want to, but I love the Hallmark Christmas movies. I love them. So it's a Hallmark snow outside right now. It looks like we're in a snow globe. It's beautiful. I was listening to Christmas music earlier. Okay, just getting the tea leaves ready right now. So it's whatever we most need. Just checking the consistency of the leaves. A little bit less liquid tea. Just getting it ready. Dragonfly! Hey, thanks so much for being here. Oh yes, but here's now. Yes, that's amazing. Oh, I was running late too. I was just running late. As I say at the beginning of this live stream, my broomstick was broken, so I borrowed another one, and then that one wasn't working as fast, so I was a bit late. But it must be something energetically happening because it just seems like that seems to be a theme. Like general delays lately. Have you noticed that? Like it just seems like there's little delays, nothing huge, but just repeatedly. Oh, Tori, yeah. Oh, I know. I love Christmas decorations. Interesting, John, about Massive Thunder. Yes, I know the weather is definitely interesting. I'll leave it there. But yeah, totally interesting weather lately. We had thunderstorms here not too long ago, and then now we have snow, like 2 inches of it. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so let's get the tea cup ready, or the tea leaves ready. 1, 2, 3, hoop. Get the cup ready. So I hope that everyone is enjoying this beautiful Halloween, this beautiful Samhain. Cup ready here. And if you are going trick-or-treating, if you're seeing all the little ones with it all dressed up and having so much fun, if you're handing out treats tonight, just please think of me because I won't be able to do that. But I hope that you all have such an amazing time, and I'm so excited for you if you're able to partake in the fun celebrations this evening. Holistics, hey! Yes, John, yes. I love the snow too. Yeah, typical Canadian with me. I love the snow. I was out in it earlier, actually, this afternoon. Okay, just getting the cup ready. Okay, there we go. All set. I love doing readings on Samhain. It's always really fun. Always really enjoy it. because it's like it's a day when the veils between the two worlds are thin. Excuse me. So it's always a really fun time to do divination, as long as you're doing it for ethical reasons, in my opinion. Okay. Cyclone. Oh my gosh, sun is out today. Good, Veronica. Good. Good. Glad that you're safe and sound. Oh, hey everyone. Okay, ladies, everyone, John, you included. Everyone, I'm going to turn my laptop around so I can't see the chat. So this allows me to focus on the readings. My beautiful moderators, thank you so much for being here, doing what you're doing. Really, really, truly helps me so much to be able to focus on the readings and not have to manage the chat and do the readings at the same time. So thank you so much. Okay, ready? Let's go. Let's do this tea leaf reading. Our special Samhain tea leaf reading. So again, that is our intention, but it is chronologically based. So now later on the way. So I will put aside the question that we have sort of posed and not read in context of that, as I always do. And I don't like to know the question of what I'm reading for, other than if it's general weekly tea leaf reading, that's one thing. But even though I know the question of this reading, I'm not going to be reading it as though I know the question. I'm just going to be doing it as if I didn't know, keeping me as objective as possible. Okay. So it looks as though, in terms of current situation, there's one main event or situation taking place right now where things are calm and clear and quiet, and we're happy with that, and or we want things to get moving a little bit more. Additionally, there's one. Okay, so in terms of, I use gold and silver and bronze as a way to sort of differentiate situations which are taking place currently in terms of importance. So in this case, we have 1 gold, 2 silver, and 1 bronze. So I'll leave it there. 1 main event or situation, 2 smaller ones, and 1 less significant one than that, where things are calm and clear and quiet, and we're happy with that, and or we want things to get moving a little bit more. Usually there's a theme whenever we do group readings, or in this case, we're doing 2 readings on the same day, so I'm not surprised that there's commonalities in terms of the leaves, the layout. So we have this 1 main event or situation. Sorry for the changing cup there. Here's the main event or situation right here in terms of our question. I'm going around. We do have quite a few smaller events or situations in the short term, which are not lasting for very long. They're rather short term, except when we get over here, and I'll look into that. But we do have these other slightly larger, slightly more significant events or situations taking place very, very soon. However, again, they are rather short term and don't lead into the base except for this one part here. But there we go. Oh, isn't that a beautiful looking tree that's beautifully forming? Interesting. Okay. To count, we have 1, 2, 1, 2. I would say significantly 4 events taking place in the short term, in addition to this main event or situation. One of them is more significant than the other 3. That consists of more thoughts, ideas, a new idea that's being contemplated from me that has multiple parts to it. Essentially looks like there's 2 parts to it, but really there's more like 3 or 4 sections or aspects to it. But overall, yes, it is one main thought, a new idea that's being contemplated. Significant, rather significant in and of itself. A lot of conversations, thoughts, ideas, words, things still being up in the air. A lot of conversations and back and forth. A lot of being decided upon in regards to that 1 main event or situation, like this side one over here. However, it is very positive. We do have a happy face in there, at least one of them. It's a very good scenario, looks to be a very good scenario. And we are receiving something very good. It may take a little bit of tweaking at this moment in time, a little bit of work on our part to get it, but it does look to be very positive. Person, place, or thing with the letters C and or G involved. Looks like it's in relation to an individual. I would say more likely a man, but it's one person specifically. There's also an X there too. So there like literally maybe letter X that's involved, a person, place, or thing in some way, shape, or form. X is to me this is just personal reference. May also be referencing Scotland, like the saltire, the flag of Scotland. So that is something to maybe keep in mind. There may be a Scottish connection. Partnerships. Small reminder for perspective, glass half full versus glass half empty, but it looks positive, looks good. Yeah, there's happy faces in here. There's definitely more than one. Looks like a good scenario. Very busy and very good. Forward movement. Some of us may be contemplating going on a trip of some kind, involving a partnership of some kind. Yeah, interesting. Messages, news, and or information regarding someone, and that somehow is involved in a trip. Going for what we want to have. Reassurance is being indicated. Yeah, forward movement. Much like the reading for this week. Yes, there also may be a Scorpio connection taking place in the short term as well. I know now we are currently in the sign, I believe now. Yeah, we are. Hang on. Yes, of course we are. Of Scorpio. So change, transformation, new beginnings, going within, things of that nature. Again, I'm no astrologer, but those qualities being present. Yeah. In regards to two different aspects. And somehow there's a new opportunity, a new sense of abundance and prosperity that is beginning to form as a result of it. And it looks quite good. It's a new opportunity. It's a new idea that's being formed and looks positive. Very much in the beginning stages, I would say, but good. Yep. Go quiet sometimes. Okay. Open communication between two individuals that's involved with unconventional stability. In case you wonder are curious what I mean by unconventional stability, just simply means that, for example, you paint boxes, sell them online, and make money. So it's unconventional, but it also brings stability. So it's unconventional stability. Something that gives you security, but is yet unique. Two different parts, or two different ways that is present, two different sets of unconventional stability happening in the very short term. The main eventer situation is actually quite small in comparison to the rest of the cup, though. It's about 1/8 of a cup. Pardon me. So it's not hugely significant in and of itself. However, it is significant. Like the importance of it may not be a huge event, but even though it's smaller, it is actually quite very significant. A lot of unknowns. There's almost like an equal, I'd even say maybe even 60-40 in terms of knowing where we stand, and yet we don't at the same time. New ideas, surprises, things of that nature. Like we know and yet we don't know. Things we're not supposed to know all the details about taking place going forward. And at the same time, there's this thinking and talking and decisions and things up in the air, things along those lines, things of that nature. So knowing where we stand, yet we don't. And at the same time, there's this conversations and discussions also taking place. Starts off very positively. We have a happy face, which is really great. Small reminder that we do have protection in terms of, to me, we are all divinely protected anyway. Two ideas, two new concepts that are being contemplated. Cancerian connection. I am no astrologer, but to me that's like hearth and home and family, emotions, healing, things of along those lines. Yeah, again, we have this Cancerian connection. Letter F, person, place, or thing, and or letter C. Going for what we want to have. Positive movement forward, nothing really holding us back. We have this possible Sagittarius connection that's being shown in here. Yeah. Abundance. Letter E, person, place, or thing. Letter T. Now this can also be referencing another Scorpio connection as well. We have this letter W. 2 letter W's together. People, places, or things. C again, letter C. New opportunities that are being shown regarding that. New abundance and prosperity. Reassurance regarding this. Open communication between 2 individuals. There may be some positive news coming regarding 2 individuals that's somehow involved with the family. The Cancerian connection. Okay, moving forward. Let's see. Big happy face. Looks like a positive scenario. Again, with this, moving forward, not being held back, uninhibited, going for whatever it is that we want to have, working with other people. Letter E, maybe 2 letter E's, and also letter C and or G. Happiness. Creativity, thinking independently, independent thought. It's good. Positivity. Some of us may be thinking of moving. There may be some movement regarding that. And it looks positive in the forming stages, taking form right now. There's a Scorpio connection related to that. Letter H, person, place, or thing. New idea. New ideas. There may be a departed loved one. I wish I could give more details, but I'm not releasing any other details. But there may be a departed loved one with a significance regarding feet. That's as fast as I can do. And this is in regards to a situation where it's a happy scenario. Working with other people. Letter J is involved. Person, place, or thing. And there may be like a pregnancy or a new child or creativity. If it's not a physical child, then it is representing like a new creative project, a new idea. Something new is being formed or created. Best that I can say. Best that I can do with that. But there's a partnership there. And it looks positive. It does. Letter S, person, place, or thing. Oh, we have smooches. So two people in here are happily smooching. So there may be some smooching coming up regarding the situation. I will leave it there. It looks positive. They're having fun. Moving on. That's where the letter H comes in. Okay, moving on. Helpful individual who is likely a woman. I would say who is a woman. Letter E, I would say in her name. A lot of E's and C's. Letter E and or C in her name. A new opportunity is being shown regarding that individual. Forward movement. Surprises for sure. A small reminder to take some time out for our own self-care regarding that scenario around that time. Joyfully relaxing, not forcing ourselves to sort of relax, but just enjoying it. Open communication between 2 individuals. And a helpful individual who, I'm not sure if it's a man or woman, but they have a prominent nose and like longer features. Happy scenario. And then, surprise, there's more surprises. Not supposed to know a whole lot here. There's definitely surprises that the universe does not want us to know right now. It does involve some form of abundance and prosperity that involves some kind of a new idea, messages, information, and communications arriving to us. It's a small opportunity that's being it has like many different parts to it. You can even use the word phrase moving parts to it. And that's a new opportunity that's involving this abundance and prosperity. There's 2 people involved, I would say. Yeah. Some small reminder here for communication, researching, learning, things along those lines. Forward move. It's a repeated theme. I keep saying it. Forward move, things along those lines. If you hear noises, sorry, that's Bree. She just come back inside, just wagging her tail. So if you hear this little noise, that's Bree wagging her tail. Hi, sweetheart. Good girl. Yes, my darling. Yes, my darling. Yes, my darling. She often comes by whenever I do readings, whether it's private readings or live streams. Oftentimes you'll hear noises, and that's Brie. Hi, sweetheart. Good girl. She's a 2.5-year-old chocolate lab. Brie. I posted a picture of her in on my community tab a while ago. From back in the summer, one of our walks that we went on. Okay, let's see, back to here. Concluding, this goes into the base. A lot of things up in the air, a lot of conversations, discussions being had. And then in the base, let's see. Definitely the ability to pace ourselves going forward, but there's this one section where there are 3 surprises specifically that we're not supposed to really know much about. It does involve forward movement, I would say, as well as abundance and prosperity. And that abundance and prosperity is quite significant. And actually, it's already on the way. I would say that this, it's almost like something small, a small abundance and prosperity, something greater. So as a pure example of that, say you're given a free cup of coffee, and then that leads to a whole other event that is highly significant and beneficial for you. Something small, seemingly small, but leads to something really big. Something much bigger, much, much grander. And there's forward movement regarding that. Small reminder, just a small reminder for us to remember that we do have unconditional love, support, loyalty, commitment, and protection, and guardianship, companionship around us at all times. Letter W, taking some time out for our own self-care, and there's 2 people involved in that situation. Abundance and prosperity. A lot of letters with this. Just going for it, not being held back. This is a theme. This is a theme between this week's reading and then for this reading, as well as a small reminder, a significant reminder to know that the angels are around us. So to me, we all have divine protection at all times anyway. And this is a reminder that, yes, we do have divine protection, and that we do have divine protection in regards to a situation specifically occurring later on. And we can always ask for that assistance as well. And I think I'll leave that there. One last thing is that we do have this approaching scenario that does have essentially 3 parts to it. Multiple smaller events or situations do lead up to it, seemingly unrelated. However, they are related. Now, this could very well be a trip. So if you are contemplating going on a trip, this could totally be this. If so, it looks positive. There may be a water connection, a water-based connection in some way, shape, or form. And a lot of essentially things up in the air, a lot of conversations, discussions being had. Now, very interestingly, there is like one main section that does lead into the base, specifically into that abundance and prosperity that I just mentioned. So maybe just keep that in mind. But there's open communication between 2 people that is repeated, and there's a letter E, and this may sound intriguing, but there actually may be a mathematical, like a math connection, and or a Greek connection. I know that may sound intriguing, and that it's intriguing to me, but that's what I'm seeing. And I think we'll leave that there because there's a lot of unknowns in the cup, but a lot of knowing where we're standing, yet we don't at the same time, essentially. Okay. And there ended the tea leaf reading. So I hope that you enjoyed that tea leaf reading for Samhain as well as for the general weekly tea leaf reading. Let me just quickly get caught back up with the chat. And I always like to see the comments. This is why I go live, and one of the reasons why I go live. And we can call it an afternoon and get ready to hand out trick-or-treats tonight for all the little trick-or-treaters. Okay, just getting caught back up. Quite short-sighted, so I do have to increase the chat quite large so I can see. Okay, just getting caught up here. Oh, Tori. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is so sweet of you. No, I'm not going out either, but that is how sweet of you to do that for that lady. Or with that lady, I should say. That's really very, very cool. Yeah, that's fun. And Veronica, enjoy that sun for us in the wilds of the north who are getting snow. Yes, John, for sure. Yep, Scotland. I love my British Isles. I love my Scotland for sure. Tori, that's very sweet of you to say. Oh yes, Tori, that's a very good comment about causing anxiety and yeah, I'm just focused on, like, I'm not like trying to say like, oh, let's ignore what's going on. I'm just saying, let's just focus on going forward. Let's focus on working on ourselves. How can I offer for me? How can I offer assistance to people to help us move forward in a positive way? So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's why I don't read on any current events. I love keeping up with things. It's just that to me, let's focus on ourselves and focus on moving forward and how can I help other people? That's my focus. That's why I don't do any readings. I love people who do readings on that kind of thing. If they're doing it ethically, I think that's fantastic. I just don't do that myself. Amanda, you're back. Hi, I'm getting caught up in the chat here. Okay. Time traveling. No, not meant to know. I say surprises because before in the past people go, "Oh, I want to know." I'm like, "Well, the universe doesn't want us to know." So I say surprises. It's the same way of saying the same thing. Two different ways of saying the same thing, but yes, it is a surprise. We're not supposed to know what you're not supposed to know. I know, Terry. Yeah, I know exactly. Don't want to know everything. John, thank you so much. I'm happy that you're able to join and that you enjoyed this reading. Dragonfly, thank you so much. Amanda, thank you so much. Yes, happy. So we'll wrap it up there. I just wanted to get caught up in the live chat. So everyone, please enjoy a beautiful, happy Halloween, happy Samhain. I hope that you all enjoyed this this matinee. If you'd like me to do matinee again in the future, if that works better for your schedule, I'm most happy to do that. Please let me know whether you're watching right now a live stream or watching this on a replay later. Please let me know in the comments and I will, or in the live chat here, and I would I'm most happy to go matinee and do an afternoon. So happy to do that. I may do that again. So please let me know if that works for you. And we will go forward and figure out schedules. So everyone, thank you so much again for joining. This was just so much fun. I hope that you enjoyed it. I know I certainly did. It looks like it is 4 hours later than it is because it's actually quite dark outside with all the snow. So I think maybe it's just staying inside tonight anyway. But I hope that you all have a very happy Halloween, happy Samhain. I love you all so much. Hope that you enjoyed these tea leaf readings. I will be making this live most likely either this evening or tomorrow as soon as I possibly can, and I will take pictures of both readings and I will post those over on my community tab later, so you can also look at the leaves and see what you can see. And if you see something different than I saw, that's completely valid and completely right. Just means that you are seeing what you are meant to see. So thank you all so much, my mods. I love you so much. For everyone in the chat, thank you so much for being here. Love you all, and have a beautiful, blessed, happy Halloween and happy Samhain. And we will see each other again here on Thursday evening, and that is at 8 p.m. And if you are interested in having a quick 5-minute tea leaf reading that evening, please do come ahead for that, and I will do my very best to read for you. I only read for people live, so if that's of interest to you, please head back on over. I did schedule that video already, so if you head over, if you click on the live tab on my channel, it should say there that says upcoming, and then if you click on that and go notify me, there's a better chance, hopefully, of you getting notified when I go live. But that's Thursday evening at 8 p.m. Thank you so much, Tori. So appreciate all of your help. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you again on Thursday evening. Love you all so much, and happy Halloween and happy Samhain. Bye.